Hey, what is up YouTube? This is Dreadmaster coming at you guys from the Team Time Riders YouTube channel, and I'm super excited today to be bringing you my Aster Phoenix character deck updated for December 2021. Now, since the last profile of this deck, a ton of awesome new cards have come out, including but not limited to the fabled Destiny Hero Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. Now, when this card came out, I didn't even realize how good it was at the time, but I realized something, that it was actually a fusion between Plasma and the original Elemental Hero Phoenix Enforcer that Aster used to defeat Zane. So with that in mind, I decided to create what I call the World Championship Aster deck. And in my personal headcanon, it wouldn't make sense that Zane lost to the OG Phoenix Enforcer. So it makes more sense that if the guy at the top of his game, Zane, lost to a card as good as Shining Phoenix, as good as Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer, then it makes more sense why Zane needed to go back to the drawing board and make a new deck. But guys, with that being said, this deck is focused exactly around the deck that Aster used to beat Zane, and is probably one of my strongest character decks yet. So guys, let's get started. So starting off with the Aster deck, a lot of really old Destiny heroes in here. I'll go over a little bit of explanation, but I'll just try to keep it short and cut to the chase. First thing starting out, we have 2 copies of Destiny Hero Dreadmaster. This is my single favorite Destiny hero and the best monster in the deck for one reason and one reason only. When this guy is special summoned, he locks down the board. No destruction by battle or card effects for your Destiny heroes for the entire turn. And in addition, guys, you take no battle damage, and he cannot... and he gains the attack power of every single Destiny hero on the board. The number of plays that you guys can do with him are so crazy. And in the past, I used to think that you had to activate his effect through Clock Tower Prison. You don't. Anytime he's special summoned, he can trigger this effect. And it comes in very, very useful in so many situations. So that's 2 Dreadmasters. Next cards we've got in this deck are 2 copies of Destiny Hero Dasher. Now, Dasher is one of the most popular options to use with Destiny, with Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, because you just ditch it to the graveyard, and it instantly allows you to special summon any monster you draw off the top of your deck. So it's not even a Destiny hero, but this guy is really, really great for getting some surprise options off on your opponent, and also a nice 2100 beater to summon back with your dominance. To really boost up your Dreadmaster to like unheard attack levels. Now, moving on, we have 2 copies of Destiny Hero Fearmonger. When he's destroyed by battle, you basically special summon a Destiny Hero monster from your grave during your next standby phase. A very, very powerful card. Yeah, it is kind of made for slower duels, but it doesn't really matter in this respect. I think it's you can definitely have like a bunch of different plays and try to move forward from your stuff with that in mind. Down from 2 diamond dudes down to just 1. I had 2 for a very long time, but as I kind of updated the deck, I felt 1 is better because he doesn't really do as much, but is great for when you stack the deck with dominance and mill Destiny Draw or some other spell cards off the top. And I have some cards in here that can help out with that. Now, we won't be a Destiny Hero deck without 1 copy of Destiny Hero Dogma and 1 copy of Destiny Hero Plasma. Pretty self-explanatory. The deck has been sped up so much, so you actually can assemble the 3 materials you need to special summon these guys very, very easily. Dogma has attack power, but he's a nice 3400 beater, and Plasma works together with some of your new cards to inflict some unheard damage to your opponent. Now, one of the brand new Destiny heroes, and one of my personal favorite of any Destiny hero, is 1 copy of Destiny Hero Denier. Now, here's why I like this guy so much, is because, for competitive players, and even in this deck in some sense, you can actually tech in a copy of Malicious, 2 copies of Malicious. This guy allows you to cycle them back. You can take any Destiny hero from your hand, deck, graveyard, or your Banish Zone. Banish Zone is very, very important, guys. Stack it on the top of your deck. This guy is so great because you use him to combine together, if you want, with your Destiny Hero Dasher. If you send them both to the graveyard, Denier will allow you, when he's normal or special summon, to stack your Dreadmaster on the top of the deck. And you know you're going to draw into Dreadmaster next turn. Dreadmaster gets drawn, Dasher special summons him straight to the board. So in many ways, it's kind of like the whole Aster, you know, oh, I'm destined to draw this card kind of deal, which is a really, really fun kind of thing. And then once per duel, he can also special summon himself, which adds the extra tribute fodder you can use for Plasma and Dogma. So that's great. Next, of course, all my Destiny heroes have to have the one and only Captain Tenacious. For every one duel he's good, there's 100 where he's, you know, just kind of used as fodder. So you can pretty much replace him with any hero that you kind of choose. But Destiny hero Captain Tenacious is my favorite of the personal favorite Destiny hero to run. And so he's not coming out of any deck that I own as far as I'm concerned. One copy of Destiny Hero Draw Hand for draw card action and also to put an extra body on board. You can get pretty big if you have him kind of as a chump beater, and he's one of the highest attack normal Destiny Hero monsters you own. Next card we've got in here is one copy of Disc Commander. Pretty self-explanatory. He special summons himself back. And then we next have probably one of the most popular Destiny heroes of all time is one copy of Destiny Hero Celestial. Now, Celestial, when you control no cards in your hand, Celestial will allow you to banish himself and another Destiny hero to draw 2 cards. So the idea is if you have your Denier, your Celestial, and then a Dasher, you can send these guys to the graveyard with Dominance or send any 2 of them with another card. Utilize Denier's effect to stack the top of your deck with something. Dasher will special summon that thing, and then Denier, Celestial can banish both itself and the Dasher to get you more plays. So that's really, really nice. Next card we've got is one copy of Dark Angel. Can help lock down your opponent's boards with spells and stack a spell on the top of your deck so that you can do a Diamond Dude play on your turn. Pretty cool card, by the way. And the final monster we have in the deck is the new ace monster of this deck, guys. That's right, it's no longer Dreadmaster, it's Double Dude. Stay tuned to my combo video to find out exactly why Double Dude is the ace monster of this deck, guys. I promise you will not be disappointed. That's going to do it for the monsters. Moving on to the spells. Wouldn't be a Destiny hero deck without 3 copies of Destiny Draw. Non-once per turn, gets your Destiny heroes to the graveyard. Need I say more? The next card we've got is 3 copies of Fusion Destiny. You have to run this in every deck, and it's almost the pressing the win button in this deck. Your fusions do more than just stay around. They provide very, very much needed consistency to the deck, and in the case of Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, can provide you with a repeated source of destruction of your own stuff and triggering your cards. So I have like a bunch of combo plays that I'm planning on showing you guys with this. So, of course, stay tuned so you don't miss that. Next cards we have here are Over Destiny. You'd be surprised how few Destiny hero players run this, even in competitive builds, and how many more should. This card is unbelievable. It's literally a free monster from your deck on board. And if you basically brings out a Destiny hero that's half the attack of your others, and it doesn't negate the monster's effect. And you don't have to worry that it gets destroyed at the end phase because you're literally just linking off or doing something with it. Next cards we've got in here are our field spells. We have 1 copy of Dark City and 1 copy of Clock Tower Prison. Now, these are very, very cool cards. Now, Dark City is the one that you kind of want less because it's, you know, it's not the same as the Clock Tower Prison. But Clock Tower Prison really, you know, is kind of what makes this Destiny hero deck a Destiny hero deck. And running a Clock Tower Prison and getting it up to multiple counters or whatever is great. And combined together with DPE, you can pop this whenever you want. You don't have to wait for your opponent to destroy a Dread Servant, or you don't have to pop it with your own MST. You just wait till it gets 4 counters, pop it for cost to pop something else. This will not miss timing and will grab you the Dreadmaster and lock down your whole board and protect it. So super, super cool. I have some awesome combos that you guys should watch with this, but you know, stay tuned for that combo video, as I said. Of course, we have 1 copy of Terraforming in this deck. Pretty self-explanatory. 1 copy of Cyclone Blade for destroying cards when this guy's equipped to a Destiny hero. And then, now guys, moving on to some of the new cards that came out. You know it. We've got 1 copy of D-Force. This is pretty much search Destiny Hero Plasma from your hand or grave, which is really good at first because in this deck, you know, I never used to like to go for Destiny and Dragoon because there was no way to grab back the plasma once it got sent to the graveyard. Well, that's changed now that you've got D-Force. D-Force will grab you the plasma directly from your graveyard, so you now have it in your hand to search, and you pretty much get a free summon of your Destiny and Dragoon. But that's not all, because once plasma's on the board, none of your cards can be targeted, and your opponent, you know, like any Destiny Hero plasmas that you control gain 100 attack for each monster in the graveyards, and they cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects and can make a second attack during each battle phase. So even though you can't draw, you pretty much set this board up with a plasma. Your entire opponent's board is negated. They can't target any card you control, not just your plasmas. And like your plasma is a massive beater that's like 3,500 attack sometimes, and it can attack twice. It's just unbelievable. You know, when we talk about a next level card, D-Force is that card. Now we've got one copy of the brand new Dr. D. I'm so excited that this card is out, guys. Both this and D-Force are just so phenomenal. And Dr. D basically allows you to get, finally, we have some recursion from grave for our Destiny heroes. Banish one Destiny hero to special another. Great for special summoning any number of Destiny hero monsters in your graveyard to get some sweet, sweet special abilities off. But then you can banish it from your grave to target a Destiny hero you control and one other Destiny hero. And you can boost the attack power of the monster that you target and make it the same exact attack power. So you got a big Dreadmaster on the board, you can make your Phoenix Enforcer copy that Dreadmaster's attack power. Pretty sweet, huh? The final card we've got in here, another flavor card, of course, but actually also very good, is one copy of a Feather of the Phoenix, an Aster Phoenix special. Discard one card from your hand to the graveyard to stack a spell card on the top of your deck. Really great to take a Fusion Destiny or a Destiny draw, stack it on the top of your deck so Diamond Dude can go grab it. But yeah, very, very good. Now moving on to our trap cards that we are done with our spells. Full 40 card deck, of course, guys, because we want to maximize the consistency of this strategy. We have 2 copies of D Tactics. Gains 400 for each standby phase. If you pop this card, or this card gets popped, you search a Destiny hero from your deck to your hand. And finally, if you special summon any Destiny hero level 8 or higher, or Destiny and Dragoon, which is really good, you can non-target, non-destruction, banish face down a card your opponent controls or is in their hand. Can't get any better than that, guys, for real. This is an awesome card. One cool thing about the search ability that I do want to mention, guys, is like, for instance, with Captain Tenacious or cards like that, you know, there's not really any good Destiny heroes to search in this deck. So rather than grabbing one of those, I think it's better if you guys go ahead and, you know, maybe throw a Doom Lord in there and just grab that instead. Next card, of course, this is always staying in here, never leaving 2 copies of Eternal Dread. Make sure you trigger your Clock Tower Prison off, guys, because Eternal Dread is the cards that make that happen. And Phoenix Enforcer can actually pop an activated Eternal Dread as your cost to pop a card your opponent controls, which is pretty cool. So you get your counters, and Eternal Dread would be going to the graveyard anyway. Next, original OG cards. We've got D-Shield, great with Captain Tenacious, switches Destiny hero to defense mode and protects it from destruction by battle. Destiny Mirage, if Destiny heroes are destroyed by a card effect, special summon as many Destiny heroes as sent to the graveyard this turn. Which means if, let's say you sent 3 Destiny heroes to the graveyard off of Plasma, and then your opponent pops a Destiny hero, you can special summon back whatever got sent to the graveyard, even if it wasn't by destruction, which is pretty cool. One copy of D-Signal, pretty self-explanatory. You know, special another Destiny hero monster from your deck. A single copy of Metaverse, and finally, to close things out, we have a single copy of Break the Destiny, the last of the brand new main deck cards, guys. This card is actually really, really good because you can destroy a monster you control to make your opponent skip their main phase 1 and can really throw the tempo of your opponent off their game. But the other effect is that you can banish this card to add a card that lists a named Destiny hero from your deck to your hand. So that includes things like Clock Tower Prison or D-Force. If it names a specific Destiny hero, you can add that card from your deck to your hand, which is so, so cool. That's going to do it for our main deck. Our extra deck is quite short, so I'm not going to take too much time on that. First things first, guys, we have one copy of Destiny and Dragoon. So, so awesome. It's got a great recursion effect. It's got destructive and damage dealing capabilities, and it's a nice fat 3,000 beater, guys. You can't get really better than that. The next card we have in here are 2 copies of our Destiny Hero Dominance. It came to my attention recently that this actually got a secret rare printing. I have no idea when that happened, but as I said, I've been out of this game for quite a while, so I wasn't too aware. And the final card in this deck. So these, this is some power play. This is your anime play. This is your consistency play, and here is the power play. That is 1 copy of Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer, brand new, out of the brand new set, guys. This card is unreal. It's unbelievable. Just the amount of advantage that it can generate you from just 2 monsters getting sent off of Fusion Destiny is really crazy. It's got 3 powerful effects. The first one decreases the attack power of 200 monsters for each Destiny hero in your graveyard. Then the second effect pops a card you control and a card your opponent controls. And then finally, if this guy is destroyed and goes to the graveyard, he can special summon any Destiny hero, including himself. And he can pop himself too. So you can disrupt your opponent's tempo so much with this card. And for the amount of fusion materials that you spend, 2 from deck, to get this guy out, the cost-benefit advantage here is unfair. So I'd recommend, if you're playing character duels, get your opponent's consent before running this card, because it is just a wild card. But guys, that is going to do it for my Destiny Hero character deck. If you enjoyed it, please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. A combo video is going to be coming very, very soon, and I'm looking forward to showing that to you guys. But thanks so much for watching. Appreciate it. This is Dreadmaster, signing out. Catch you guys next time. Peace.